All right, welcome back everybody to OFC Exhibition Night. I, once again, am still blank, but this time I'm joined by Druid. How's it going, Druid?
Hey, great, Blank. How you doing?
I'm doing excellent. I mean, aside from my heart rate still being north of 100 from that Widow 1v1, but you played in it, so...
Yes, I need to go see a doctor later in the week, provided that COVID protocols have changed by next week. But yeah, that was a fantastic little tournament. Congratulations to Weeaboo for just absolutely crushing it, and everyone else who was involved in that, because that was amazing.
It was definitely great. And I mean, you put on a great showing as well, but man, that competition was stiff.
It was extremely stiff, Blank. It was something else. Yeah, these kids, they showed me a thing or two about shooting people in the face. That's for sure.
It's all good. Well, as long as you hit those shots in the tournament, all should be good on that front. Still representing your team super well, I think. But speaking
I appreciate that, Blank. It didn't feel like that, but I'll take the compliment.
Well, just know that I mean it. But also, looks like these teams are locked and loaded and they mean business as we are kicking off for Goats versus Goats, Team Blue versus Team Red. Lots of representation from all of our awesome teams. Sign up for a tournament starting this Friday. We've got 2 Goats matches here. We'll be kicking off on the classic Kings Row. Team Red on the attack, led by Zapsy's Reinhardt.
Yeah, taking the high ground all the way around, and they want to... I think they might just be doing... I think they're just going to go all the way around if they can manage it. Nope.
Yep.
No, someone fell. Someone fell. Zapsy fell down.
Right. But stairs do the job for that Reinhardt. And get his massive frame reunited with his team. And now they're oh my goodness, they've switched
full
spawns.
Rotate. Yep. Yeah, full rotate going here as Zapsy starts leading the charge. And like any Goats match you'll see on the internet, it is just a bunch of hammers and DMs going around.
A total slugfest, but Zapsy's shield goes down first, and there are no bubbles available for Drillbit here, so blue team on the offensive. Early shattering from Kloudy.
Already shattered from Kloudy with a big charge kill onto Cable, but Drillbit taking out Kloudy. Blue team rather will be down their main tank, and there was already a Zenyatta Transcendence on the field.
And we've got a grab as well, a shatter out from Zapsy earlier too. CapReddy tries to equalize here with the rally, tries to go forward onto OldStoneFace's Moira, but it's still all red team in the kill feed so far, save for Korne dropping down. The reinforcements are back for blue team, but they are few and they are rapidly going down here. Zapsy's running a bit of cleanup, and red team will take first point here.
Yeah, absolutely. Great job. Oh no, poor Harbear, all left alone. Little Zenyatta trying to just stagger out the point a little bit more, but unfortunately will be taken out by Cable, and the point will go to red team.
A valiant effort for sure.
Yeah, you just want to stall it out a little bit.
Absolutely.
Even if it's a few seconds or so. Kloudy leading the charge here for blue team, keeping that shield up, but that's a lot of pressure coming in. This is, yeah, this might be Goats, but are the shields the same? Are they...
Oh, this is OG Goats. All the values reverted to, like...
Gotcha.
The original Rhine Shield, original ult charge rates. And speaking of ults, there's a ton
Cable
here
coming in
for red
from
team.
the top ropes. Cable just jumped right in just to get in. The rally is off. The beat is off. The bombs are going off. This is insanity. How did we watch this when it was live?
I'm not too sure, but the key thing with Goats, for anyone at home here, is you don't look at the cooldowns as much. You look at the ults if you're trying to make sense of the fight. Obviously, the intricacies of like when the Zarya bubbles come out are really what matter. But by and large, we've got a grab here. What's going to happen? Lots of damage into the grab. We got a beat. What's going to happen? Red team looking pretty good now.
Yeah, red team looking really good as they storm their way through the streets phase here. And Zapsy leading the charge, making sure no one can really contest it here.
Right, but a very costly take it for red team. They ended up chucking all their ults in there, and all those Zapsies coming up to that shatter. That might be the only thing they have, is on the other side, blue team could re-engage with a bomb here. CapReddy also got that rally coming in, as Harbear switches over to the Ana. So we've got the Ana Goats variant coming in for blue team.
Absolutely. And Zapsy on the high ground. Big shatter. The bomb is going to be dropped, but it's all the way on the high ground in the room. It doesn't really find anything. Zapsy taking out CapReddy as the fight continues on. And another hammer from Zapsy, but unfortunately does not find any purchase except Dyad. And it looks like this has got red team all over it. Sox trying to stall out the point a little bit more, but this is all red.
Yep, red are still just cruising here, it seems, so far. Blue team have been putting up a fight, but all in all, I mean, Goats is a very objective-focused meta, and if you're just the more aggressive team, you tend to win it out. At least at this level, of course. We're not quite San Francisco Shock or Vancouver Titans from back in the day, but that's perfectly fine.
For sure. No ults really on point except Cable's.
Oh, Sox! So takes out Drill. That's huge.
Yeah, that's a big play there by Sox24 to really lead the charge. 1 tank down of 3, reminding people that this is Goats and not 2-2-2. Big charge coming from Zapsy, taking him all the way, but he is all alone and slept as well. Korne taking out Sox. Bit of revenge for his fallen comrade, and looks like Blue might be able to defend, but here comes the Coalescence and the Diva Bomb, but doesn't find any purchase, and the fight continues on.
Cable does take out his opposing Brig, but Cable is purpled, and Kloudy is nanoed, swinging on said purpled Brig. Eventually, Dyad gets the kill here, and it's a total slugfest. They're kind of even right now. The Shatter goes out. Not sure if it caught anybody, but there's a grab. A beat comes out in turn, so Kloudy probably looking healthy so far. Kloudy will have the Shatter very soon. This could put this fight away and put Blue team back in the driver's seat. So as I say that, down the Reinhardt, looks like Red team are retreating anyways.
Absolutely. I mean, oh, a great recovery by Yellow Guy 007 right there. He slept on the top part there, and managed to get his jets on and back into the fight as Red team is coming with a big Shatter from Zapsy. Big purple as well. Graviton Surge. And here. Why did we like this?
I don't know about you, just I'm having a great time, Druid.
Oh, this is fantastic. Having such a great time here.
Yep. As another grab comes out here from Red team, after they clean up Ruby here, Red team have finally broken through.
Yeah, Red team doing a great job, winning out that team fight with just a cornucopia of ultimates and abilities.
That's a great word.
I did like the choice here by Blue team to bring in that Ana.
Zapsy hit in the side there and pinned Kloudy out of the Shatter. And now Zapsy will have a Shatter of his own and hits it, but it's blocked by the bubble of Dyad mostly. That's a slugfest on point. The purple does go out though on Zapsy as Sox takes out Korne in turn, but still Red team mostly in the kill feed. The bomb is out from Yellow Guy, but the beat will keep Sox and his team healthy. Still though, Red team getting these kills, demeching Ruby. He's just CapReddy, the Brig doing everything she can. Ruby demechs. Unfortunately, that remech will not do the damage it does today for Ruby, so that Diva's probably going to be very dead very soon. The pin goes out from Zapsy as well, taking out Kloudy. The Shatter as well, the reverse. Sox gets shattered, grabbed, and Sox are back in the drawer, Druid. Red team take it with 127 in the time bank.
It's... You know what? I don't miss this. I don't miss this one bit at all. I understand the nostalgia factor. It's like, oh yeah, you know, I used to own a Nintendo, and when I got it, I was like, oh, this is great. And then I started playing it, and then I realized the controller was a rectangle, and playing on it for more than 20 minutes will damage your phalanges. There's no question.
True. It's simple geometry. Come on.
It's simple geometry here. But yeah, sorry. Absolutely. Great job there by Red team to just steamroll. And I did like the change here from Harbear onto the Ana as well. Getting those purples, I think, will lead to really good things. With all the healing, with all the shielding, that can only lead to good things. Absolutely. A small anecdote, when we were in Tobal, Toronto Overwatch Beer League, Goats was the meta, and we were running Symmetra Goats with Ana, and it was incredible. That sounds horrible in the best way. Yes, it allowed for that creativity, but there's still a lot of damage, and there's a lot of opportunities to negate damage. Right. And when you get those purples off, and you get those teleporters off, you can do a lot of damage here. But anyways, let's get set for the next round here. Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, that was a lot of words to tell me you're not a player, Druid. But in either case, it's interesting to note none of these teams are running a Zen. Usually the Ana is a bit more of the sustained comp, whereas with the Moira, you're trying to work off Coalescence spikes. So forget Coalescence is not going to fix that purple. No, absolutely not. Here comes Blue team just riding onto point here. Big charge by Zapsy, but it gets canceled by CapReddy. Big purple also onto Zapsy. He's super low, eventually taken out by Ruby. The fight continues on. Blue team looking really good. Here comes the Shatter from Kloudy. Not really finding too much purchase, but There is just so much action on this field.
Yep, and importantly, blue team are in full control of the point. And this is the original purpose of GOATs, right? It's all about sustain and forcing the objective, and blue team do that really well here. The purples from Harbear just do so much.
Nano is deployed as well onto Dyad as yellow guy gets demeched, and eventually this will go to blue team as a forceful takeover on first point here.
Yeah, and I mean, right there, this is why Ana Goats is so powerful. With Zen Goats, you're trying to just end the fight as quickly as possible, use that Discord to just burn a target down. With Ana Goats, you've got that sustain, and between Moira and Ana, I think the advantage the purples offer is just so great. As blue team pushing all the way forward here. Zapsy will have the shatter though, might be able to stop this aggression in its tracks. Kloudy shatters first, but no dice there. Double grabs out, bomb, you name it, it's there on the field. As Ruby gets two, the tank line, or at least 2/3 of it, evaporates from red team as blue team still in the driver's seat here.
Yeah, a great job from Ruby just to deploy that. There was just not enough shield to really keep that thing open, and great pressure here by blue team to stay in the fight, even though they're missing one player to Harbear all the way in back, just waiting
on the payload.
Just waiting on the payload just to get that eyesight on the players and do some damage. Big purple as well coming from Harbear, allowing for the fire strike kill onto Zapsy. Looking really good for blue team here as they are about to take point 2 here on King's Row.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like they're just going to cruise right in, especially with this final kind of fadeaway purple here from Harbear as he takes out OldStone as well. They're just going to cruise right into the point. 5 minutes, 38 seconds on the clock for blue team to close out King's Row. But as I say that, red team were in a similar scenario, and the time bank was rolled down to a minute as they re-engage here with the rally from Cable pushing all the way forwards. But a Nano is out on Dyad. Zapsy's taking out Socks as well. That purple, that grab, not looking pretty for red team here.
Big beat. Ruby dropping another bomb.
Massive
Does find two, but another bomb in the back from yellow guy, finding two. CapReddy and Harbear both fall, and this is where red team takes back that momentum that blue team has done such a good job of gaining in this match.
Absolutely, and they're going to leave Ruby demeched here as well. Cable will give the Baby Diva a bit of a love tap with that shield before backing off to the safety of the rest of red team here. Now, blue team do have a pretty significant ult advantage here. And this Zapsy with the shatter though before any of that can happen. He is purple though, so looking worse for wear, but CapReddy is the first one to go down instead. Ruby pushing forward, gets demeched up on high ground instead, and that coalescence from OldStone really helping focus down that Diva. Kloudy moves forward, dies during the shatter.
Fortunate.
That's a good hold for red team.
I saw Ruby try to go for a remake kill, but I wasn't sure if it's actually in this.
It's not, Druid. Spoiler alert, it's not.
Oh, good for him, though. Good for him for trying, because that was very brave. The brave little toaster.
Indeed, the brave little toaster that could.
Yeah, big purple coming in, big beat from Socks as well to keep his teammate alive during that Graviton surge as Socks finally taking out Zapsy. Blue team trying to get this payload all the way around the corner, but Korne just did such a good job of stalling out this cart, making some space for his team, even though he's a healer, up 3, mind you. But here it goes. Ruby with another Diva Bomb online. Big charge in from Zapsy as well, but the counter charge from the other Reinhardt from Kloudy.
But Kloudy dies during the pin. Importantly, Drill with a bit of laser tracking there gets the job done, and without that Rein, blue team not able to push. The grab comes out for good measure here from Drillbit, but that is done and dusted as far as red team is concerned. Zapsy just littering the kill feed with kills here, because I guess that is what the kill feed does. It is filled with kills. I'm very smart.
And assists.
And assists, true. But now blue team have a pretty strong ult advantage here, I would say, coming up to pretty much everything besides the beats. They've got their pick of the litter for what to engage with. Yellow guy with the first engage tool here, the bomb in the back, doesn't find anything, but there's another bomb here from Ruby into the grab, and that's a 4K.
Yeah, but Ruby finishing it off with a 4K bomb, that is incredible. Zapsy was all the way in the back, looking for something extremely cheeky unfortunately, it doesn't pay off as Kloudy finishes this up here. But here comes the big shatter from Kloudy, trying to get some damage and eventually finding Cable. The beat dropped by Korne as well. A big boop, though! Oh, sorry, from CapReddy, taking out Drillbit. Zapsy trying to maintain his team, but eventually also will be taken out by CapReddy as the point just slowly starts going out with 223. Blue team takes it.
We're going to OT, Druid. More goats.
Isn't that lovely? Isn't that just so lovely?
I mean, what unironically, what I'm actually loving is how, like, just in the span of these 2 rounds, I think obviously everyone's a little rusty on goats, but people are remembering the ult combos that made this comp so deadly. So at the end there, we saw Ruby just plop the bomb right next to Dyad's Grav, which was a classic goats combo. There was a lot of mind games involved with the bomb and the Grav combos. So for example, the New York Excelsior were famous for using their bombs defensively. When they were caught in the Grav, Meko, who was their diva back in the day, and I miss him being in the league, would just drop his bomb right there to just zone everybody off, whereas other teams would try to plop their bomb into the Grav. So it's kind of interesting to see some of those things come back to bear here. I know you're listening to me going like, what is this dude talking about? I just see flashing lights and murder, and that's also fine. That's also part of the GOATS experience, but...
Well, you know, something about the GOATS experience that we kind of forget is how fast these people, like,
oh my goodness,
get their ults. It is incredibly fast. As soon as the fight breaks out, like, people are just, like, getting their ults so incredibly quickly.
Yeah, I mean, we're so used to the pace of the game slowing down. Although that Lucio Moira comp, the same as the pro level, is bringing back to the speed. But generally, you're thinking about comboing cooldowns and, like, jump engages and stuff, not ultimates. In GOATS, you're like, all right, I'll have Shatter in 20 seconds. Yeah, that purple.
From Harbear. That is something that is learned in the practice range, in workshop mods, and in all that.
Yep, and lands it big here. Now Cable's on the Ana as well, so now Red Team are running Zen Goats. Blue Team will match them on the high ground here as both teams will poke away. A pin comes out from Zapsy, and he slams Socks against the wall here. It's probably going to go down, but the damage has been done as far as Blue Team is concerned. They are in serious trouble. Ruby and Kloudy, though, are on the kill feed, and there's a quick nano already out from Harbear as Ruby pushing forward, using those Diva boosters, trying to get the damage in. Kloudy, 1 hit HP and a dream, gets the pin on Drill. Nothing else will come from that as Ruby shortly about to be demacked on point here. Didn't quite build up to that bomb. It looks like Red Team are going to be all over this point.
So they want to stall this out if they can. Sox trying to get in there, but eventually taken up by OldStoneFace. Just doing such a good job of getting those little, I don't know what you'd even call it, percussion hits.
Something like that.
Something like that. But
the power of sound.
You know what? I really liked that attempt from Blue Team to match Red Team on that high ground. It really stopped them from, you know, fulfilling out their plan. Zapsy going for a shatter, but it's totally gone. Grab another surge as well coming out. Double charge as well. Here comes the fight.
Kloudy actually takes out Korne in the back with a fire strike. The bomb is blocked by Dyad's bubble. As now Blue Team are trying to get back into this, knowing that Zen is down. Kloudy pushing forwards. Harbear has a nano as well. Probably go on the Rhine very shortly here. As soon as this purple wears off, this purple from Cable, Korne might opt to use a trance just right here. As the grab is out, Drill and Cable caught in it.
Oh! Ruby! Big play. Also a big purple as well. The Transcendence is out. The hammer is down. Kloudy has gotten back up. And another purple there by Harbear will make this fight so much easier. And it looks like Blue Team will be able to take this as they celebrate with a beat.
Pretty much. Druid, my brain was already mush from the Widow 1v1. And now it's just a completely different kind of mush.
Yeah, it's you know, it's like trying to make pasta, right? Yeah. You get the dough, you mix it around, you let it settle, and you gotta take it out, you gotta mush it again. And I feel like that's what your brain might be like.
Yeah,
and that's
something
okay
like that.
Because words are hard.
They really are. Also, I'm starving, but
yes, me
got some casting to do.
If Bam was wearing this, I would be all over him.
Sure.
Food will have to wait for now. We're gonna have to snack on some delicious. Wait, what's goat meat called? Veal? Mutton? I forget.
No. Maybe.
It might
Veal
be
is baby cows, if I'm not mistaken.
You're probably right. This is not my forte. Maybe someone in chat could help us out, but
yeah, veal is baby cow, or is it? baby lamb.
Well, Orisa is not enabled in
No,
this
think
lobby,
cow.
so yeah.
What am I thinking? I grew up in a very Italian neighborhood, and there's a lot of veal happening.
Very nice. I actually could really go for some pasta after this. We'll have celebratory snacks right now. We've got some ghost, goodness. Halloween is many months away. Goats to cast. Ooh. And now blue team rolling out on the attack. They have to cap point A here and then push it some way just before second, some way into Street's face if they want to take this map here. Take our first goats map. The blue team rotate through the hotel here. The purple is out, but has worn off already. A pin from downtown from Kloudy. CapReddy and Socks join in the fun. And blue team very quickly establishing them on the point, themselves on the points once again.
For sure. And now we're also seeing Cable has swapped over to the Ana. Those purples are so valuable, especially in this kind of a meta where, you know, AoE healing is so important.
Right. And look at where Cable's position up top, but unfortunately, it's not enough for Cable to single-handedly turn the fight. Too many of Red Team, or too many of Red Team's members were lost early there. And Blue Team, once again, force the objective, snowball off their early pick. Really good rotation, really well done. Just some classic OG Goats played extremely well.
Absolutely.
They have opted for the... Oh, interesting. I should mention, Red Team are going on a Zen here. Normally, they don't have a break.
That is very... That AoE healing will not be there for the team. A minute left for it, but a big hammer from Kloudy finding a few. Ruby taking out Korne, and Harbear takes out Zapsy. And here comes the Graviton Surge, but a big bio grenade right onto the blue team will keep everyone nice and alive here. Graviton Surge by Yellow Guy. Will it find any purchase? It does demech Ruby, so they will not have that. And it looks like they'll be able to take this to the point as OldStoneFace is trying to keep the point alive as well as Cable. But it won't be for long as Harbear takes out OldStoneFace. And that is that. Blue team wins it here. Oh my god, what's the map called again? I just totally blanked. King's Row. Oh.
Goats.
What? Goats.
This is your brain on goats.
This is your brain on goats. Kids, don't smoke goats.
As a pocket in chat is says goat meat is Siobhan? Is that how you pronounce that? Chevon?
Chevon?
Because I haven't seen that word before. Which maybe goes to show that I just don't know a lot about goat meat. Right, welcome back from the break, everybody. If you're able to get a snack, get some water after that thrilling round of goats on King's Row there. As it looks like Red Team want to take us to Lijiang Tower. That's precisely where we will go.
Yeah, and if you thought King's Row was chaotic, nothing like 1 CP, as I like to call it, will bring out more chaos.
Oh my goodness.
Even with goats.
This is going to be the sluggiest of slugfests. Worthy of the phylum Mollusca. So much slugging.
What do the owl casters call it? A slobber knocker?
Something like that. Oh, Brandon Sideshow, right?
Yes, that's the Brits love to call it weird names.
A slobber knocker, and then they'll call it absurd. Although there was that one time Bren said, it's looking quite sussy. And then Sideshow said, did you just say sussy on air?
Ready for battle.
And I don't know how the rest of the conversation went because, yeah, it was really something. I love those goofballs. They're great. As now Team Blue, Team Red, what better map to kick off on than Control Center as far as goats and associated Rhine compositions are concerned?
Hello. Healing boost. Is
Yeah, nothing like just seeing just two teams of wildebeest just slam into each other.
Yeah, pretty much.
For an extended period of time. And then one team wins over the other. But here we go as both teams enter the slobber knocker as Zapsy finding the opening kill and his counterpart into Kloudy. And this will give him the advantage of building ults and taking the point. As soon as it unlocks in approximately 7 seconds.
But that purple, yeah.
Yeah.
There was a bubble on Kloudy. Yeah, there was a bubble on Kloudy and then there wasn't. It just disappeared so fast because of the damage. And but now Cable is dead. Red team are down that and blue team coming quick for the re-engage. A nice block from Kloudy.
Yeah, it did find Ruby, but it didn't really amount to anything as the charge from Zapsy, from Kloudy, saved the entire team.
Yep, and now blue team swing it right back around. I think definitely aided by that purple early on. A jump shatter from Kloudy does not find anything, but blue team still in firm control here. Red team running right out the door. The red team do have the ult to recontest here. Drill has got his grab first. Beyond Ruby to try and eat that crucial ultimate as the Coalescence goes out. On the other side, though, rally from CapReddy.
The grab came out, but that purple really stopped red team from really engaging at all on this team fight.
Absolutely. Yeah, and Zapsy just, you know, took Sox on a sightseeing tour up the side of Lijiang Tower here. Blue team still in control.
Yeah, blue team.
Yeah. Sorry.
It's funny, in the opening team fight, you thought because, you know, the main tank, if that means anything in this meta, was down, it didn't really change anything. Big purple coming in onto Cable really stopped anything. A big shatter coming from Kloudy, the charge skill coming in, but Kloudy, the beat is also dropped by OldStoneFace, keeping everyone alive. This team fight will go on and on and on, just like the songs from childhood. But here comes Ruby dropping that Diva Bomb. Does take out Drillbit, and Korne will fall as well, as Blue Team's doing a really good job on defense here in Lijiang Tower.
Yeah, blue team looking really crisp so far. That bomb as well from Ruby, I believe, took out Drillbit, which is such a key kill. I used to say it on Casting all the time, but you lose Zarya, you're toast. But right now, it looks like red team are losing everybody in that grab. A fat purple as well from Harbear will paint their health bars a color they do not want. And Dyad and Co pushing forward blue team, and they have just been controlling the tempo from minute 1 here of Control Center. Red team have to regroup and spawn.
Yeah. Let's a lot of credit here to Harbear, as he's just been landing so many clutch purples onto red team, not allowing them to engage. CapReddy taking out OldStoneFace, and Dyad finding Zapsy. Here comes the Graviton Surge as well, combined with Coalescence. But will it find anyone? Yes, Korne finding 2 in all of this chaos. It looks like red team will be able to get on this point at 99%. Ruby demech. It looks like the point is going to be flipped over.
Indeed it does. Now red team gets some percentage on the point for the first time so far in Lijiang, but not a moment too soon. That said, they're about to walk into a whole smorgasbord of ults here from blue teams. They've got the work cut out for them. The bomb comes out early from Yellow Guy, but it's just kind of there on the ground. Still takes out CapReddy. Shatter comes out as Yellow Guy actually gets a remech kill on Sogs.
Yeah, another big purple there onto Yellow Guy, which will lead to his demecation.
Demeching.
Yeah,
we'll work with that.
That's yeah, Dyad trying to lead the charge here, but unfortunately, not too many team members left. Only 4 members of blue team able to really contest here. But they got time.
They sure do. They got time. And they're about to have ults as well. They still have the grab. They've got the beat from Sox as well. The shadow comes out from Kloudy, and it's massive. Gets 3. Ruby just drops the bomb, but the beat will keep OldStoneFace and the rest of his team quite healthy for the time being anyways. Kloudy and Zapsy in a corner, but only 1 Ryan is left standing at the tail end of that. Dyad does go down on the other side, though. Both teams down a crucial tank here. Total Slugfest on point. Grab out, though, for Drillbit. Beat in turn for Sox, so blue team still in this as the Nano's on Kloudy, and now Kloudy pushing forward with that Ryan. There's a shatter in the distance from Zapsy. It actually connects.
Yeah, it actually found Kloudy, which I was really surprised. Another big purple onto the red team as Zapsy finally falls to it, as well as OldStoneFace and Cable. Red team
it's
not
a
looking too hot here.
Yeah.
A slobber knocker. That's the only word I can describe this. This is insane.
Yeah, slobber knocker, slugfest, couple words, all good words, all appropriate words, as blue team take it 100-79 on Control Center.
Yeah, Weeboo in chat saying, good old WM1. That is what GOATS is known
all
for.
about. First position on this point. Kloudy and Zapsy swinging away, and as Zapsy gets the turnaround pin here, but goes down for his troubles. Blue team get first cap.
Yeah, it really came down to blue team getting to the point first and being able to corner down red team in the white room there. And there's not much you can really do if you've got the opportunity. Red team has to go after blue team in that room.
Pretty much, yeah. Again, GOATS forcing the objective and sustain it. As looks like our stream is back live through the efforts of Dr. Ice, working tirelessly in the back to bring us all the camera angles, all the sweet graphics, and of course keeping the stream alive. So sorry about the quick dip, folks. Hopefully we didn't miss too much of the action. Suffice to say, it looked a lot like what happened last round. There were 2 teams playing GOATS.
Big
as a
hit from
massive 6-man.
Everyone. Holy smokes, Ruby taking out Zapsy and Kloudy, finding Cable. Here comes the Graviton Surge as well, and Kloudy just swinging that hammer, finding the kills. Well done by blue team, and well done by Kloudy. Also Tater just absolutely catching them off guard, and what a brilliant shatter, especially with so many shields and bubbles.
Right, yeah. You've got the break shield, you've got 2 Zarya bubbles, you've got a Rhine shield, and Kloudy there threading the needle, knocking all 6 of them down onto the ground.
Zapsy just gets slept there by Harbear. And just to slow him down a little bit. It's about sending a message, really. Here comes the nano, here comes the grab, here comes the beat, here comes the cornucopia of ultimates that we know and love from the Ghost meta, as looks like the red team is going to be taking over this point by just swarming blue team with ultimates.
More or less, yeah, they used almost everything except the Shatter and the Rally there. Those are 2 pretty key ults to hold on to. Shatter, of course, in Goats can be a fight-winning ult. It's not as much that anymore, of course, but right now we are in 2018 for all I care.
For sure. I mean, we also know Ruby with these amazing D.Va ult here as they drop the ultimate in the back, finding both healers. Sorry, the 2 healers. Here comes the by Sucks as they put pressure on red team on the point. Ruby does take out Zapsy, and this has got blue team written all over it as Yellow Guy tries to stall it out a little bit more, but unfortunately gets demeched and eventually killed as Cable finds himself on the bad part of the deep end of the pond, and that is going to be that as red team is trying to go back, but Zapsy in the back trying to get back on the point.
OldStone does take out Dyad, which is huge, and Sox takes himself out somehow. I'm not sure what happened there. So this is actually big for red team. They might have a chance here, but that shatter from Kloudy, that might have turned it. Korne just dead on impact. Drill, though, says no, not quite yet. And between Drill and Cable, red team have finally restabilized. That pick on Dyad was so key from OldStone in him making that re-engage happen.
Yeah, there was a few picks there. I believe it was 2 healers. I think it was Sox and someone else from blue team, and I think someone just fell off.
Yeah,
I didn't catch it, but you know, this is Legion Tower, right? This is
right. It's so easy for that to happen, especially in such a fast-paced meta. Oh, Zapsy! Oh no, that was an all-in play. He didn't find anyone with a charge. That was an all-in play, and he did not come up with the goods. As Kloudy, 1 swing, 2 deaths. Shatter comes out 2. Does not catch anyone, but the damage has been done.
Yeah, big beat, the grab coming in, the nano as well, but another big purple from Harbear will send red team packing as blue team has just gotten in here. Yellow Guy, the last member alive, and eventually taken out. He's actually trying to get some revenge. Doesn't get the charge kill onto Kloudy, but eventually also takes out himself.
One final bomb from Ruby. Will it deliver the goods? Not quite, but mostly because there's no one there to actually kill. Just OldStone and Drill on point. OldStone does go down. Cable taken out as well to the power of sound. Another shatter comes out from Zapsy here. Actually lands 2, but the kills only come through now with Drill and Korne joining in the fun. This might be a flip back to red team.
So here comes the Graviton Surge. Here comes the beat, though. Sox is going to commit to this, as this will keep them alive for a little bit. Ruby does get demexed. They're waiting for people to get back in here. They want to stall this out. They don't want to give red team any more charge than they need to, but it doesn't look like they're going to have much of a choice here. Kloudy's got to back up.
Oh, Zapsy.
No. Big charge kill.
The redemption for Zapsy.
Yeah, definitely redemption. When it looked like blue team was all over it. Not much time left here, though.
Absolutely, but now Kloudy is about to come back in here. Has the shatter locked and loaded. Has delivered so many times so far. Can it happen one final time here to deliver blue team the point? Shatter from Zapsy is blocked. Both shatters blocked here, in fact. But the bomb comes out from Yellow Guy. He finds 2!
Big pick here by Yellow Guy to get 2 kills onto Sox and Kloudy. Nano is invested into Cable as he just swings that mace around. Ruby does get demeched, and it looks like we're going to have a red team victory here on Legion Tower.
Yep. Rip the schedule, as they say, as we're going to round 3, and Mystery Heroes might be a little further delayed here. As if red team... Well, there is a re-engage here from Kloudy. Gets the pin on Drill, which is actually massive. Cable does take out Sox, but Drillbit's already down. Also invest the beat, and no one's on point.
My goodness.
My lungs, dude. My poor lungs.
1-1.
You know, it's funny when I was watching the Owl
Suffice to
games
say, it looked a
on
lot
the
like what
weekend.
happened last round.
You know, they were saying, "Oh, it's neo goats. It's new goats. It's the new." And you know, it's not the comp like that is similar. It's the ideology that it's just an alt rotation fiesta, right? It's a buffet of ultimates that you're just going through, and you can see the rhythm of goats and neo goats as they were calling it. And I was like, oh yeah, that's a great point. I never really thought about how much I hate having 4 diva ults in one fight.
It is pretty brutal, hey.
It is what it is, but it's what happens when you design a hero that can mimic any other character and deliver their ults in less than a second. Anyways, back to the team fight here as Red Team takes the point first, but a big juicy purple as well. Zapsy taking out Socks as well as Kloudy. Great initiative by Red Team. They really want this win here. As Korne also taking out Dyad. Big picks here.
Yeah, nice on action from Korne there. Dyad with a rifle, CapReddy taken out with the nade as the point will now unlock. Yellow guy sitting pretty there with that diva, capping the point here. So now coming to this next fight, Zapsy's already built the shatter because such is the way of goats. Harbear on the other side will have the nano here. The shatter in the back catches
shatter.
It's massive.
Wow! Goodness gravy. Zapsy real low though. Would love a heal, but the D-Mechs are coming online, and great job by Red Team to get that. CapReddy's gonna have to back up from that Moira. Make sure they don't die. Kloudy though, leading the charge here for Blue Team.
Yep, Zapsy was slept there for a moment, but has quickly woken up because this is goats and there's always damage coming out one way or another. Korne has a nano here. Zapsy goes for another YOLO charge, but one of the worst. I mean, let me hold that thought. There's too much going on. There's a grab, a purple, a shatter, but a back cap. There was a back cap from Socks while all of that was happening.
Socks, what a legend, coming into the rescue.
He's now surfing from the outside, is not able to keep the point contested, but actually gets out with his life. The slipperiest Lucio in the server. No offense, OldStone, who has also been doing super well. And actually, as I say that, OldStone takes out Socks. So we do have 2 very slippery Lucios in the server.
But Socks did get the kill on the other guy as well. At the end,
Great stuff here.
Final boot there. That was incredible. Here comes the coalescence. Here comes another hammer from Kloudy, but unfortunately only finding shield. The charge from Zapsy doesn't find anything except a wall. Yellow guy has rejoined the battle. Ruby dropping.
Oh, that was a nifty little spot.
Yeah,
but the
like
shield
that.
was there.
Unfortunately, doesn't find any kills with it. And keeps on going on. Still looking like Red Team all over it. Graviton Surge is committed onto point here by Dyad, but it won't be enough as he gets focused down and destroyed. And Blue Team have one last chance.
Yeah, I mean, this is turned all the way around. I think they would have wanted to hold on to that grab because this is about to be last fight for Red Team. And Red Team coming up to a grab of their own. Socks will have the beat for it, but Zapsy's shatter could also come up huge for Red Team here. Kloudy, a lot of pressure to try to block the shatter, but unfortunately, Zapsy is able to land it. But not unfortunately for Red Team, they're grinning ear to ear as that grab is out. Drillbit does get slept for his troubles, but still, with Kloudy down, Red Team are up. It's a slugfest on point. The nano comes out here. The Zarya of Dyad nanoed, but purple.
Yeah, big purple. Dyad does a good job of putting pressure on the point, especially with that nano. But unfortunately, it doesn't look like it's going to be enough here as Ruby trying to get some damage done here. Unfortunately, does not have the ultimate ready. But Yellow Guy does it. Here comes On Point, eventually taking out Ruby. The remake is also there, and it looks like Red Team is going to be winning it and winning the series. Right?
Well, yeah. Oh, well, not. No, it's 1-1, and that's it.
It's 1-1.
We were just doing 2 matches, but both our teams finding a way to shine here. Really, really well done. This has to have been the 6-man. Oh, it actually wasn't. I mean, there were so many sick plays from Kloudy that I'm
swinging that hammer.
I'm sure the algorithm had trouble even picking one. Just swinging away. 4 kills in the kill feed.
Cannot compute.
And that will be it for Goats. Cable, 82% kill participation.
That's a vote of confidence.
As the kids say,
Aw, thanks,
sheesh.
everyone.